All right. Laughter, worms, and radical joy. Meet Cathy Nesbitt. She shares her journey from secretary to worm entrepreneur to laughter yoga leader. It's true. And why choosing joy is the real rebellion. Composting never sounded so powerful.
This episode of The Rebel Rebel is brought to you by my book, Brand Jitsu. I've spent over 25 years in the trenches helping artists, entrepreneurs, and brands stop being ignored. I took everything I've learned, the wins, the hard lessons, the frameworks that actually work, and I put it into one book. It's called Brand Jitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable, and it'll help you tell your story in a way that people actually remember. Get it at your favorite bookstore or visit brandjitsu.com.
Welcome to The Rebel Rebel. I'm your host, Michael Dargie, and somewhere across the world, we're going to find out where is Cathy Nesbitt. Cathy, how the heck are you?
Oh, I'm doing amazing. Thank you, Michael.
Yes, you are amazing. And the very first moment we met, it was you laughing, and I love it.
Right? That's my life. When I talk, I laugh. And yeah, it's so funny. People are like, oh, you laugh a lot.
So cool. Okay, so I'd like to just get this out of the way right now, and we'll come back to it later as we need to. But what is it that Cathy? Sorry. Let's find out where you're from first. Like, where are you in the world? Not
I'm
your street
located.
address.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll send money if you want. I'm in Bradford, Ontario, Canada, just north of Toronto.
I do love the big smoke. I love all of Ontario. I grew up just outside there.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah.
I was a Pickering, Ontario boy, right? The Lake Ontario guy. Yeah.
When was that?
Oh, that was a long time ago. That was
because it's changed a lot.
79. I left.
Yeah. Now it's kind of part of Toronto. It's like Oshawa to Hamilton.
Yeah, we were kind of, I think back then in the 70s, we were still GTA, if not GTA adjacent. You take the GO train into the city, go see the museums. We'd swim in Lake Ontario and come out glowing. We were our own nightlights.
They
you know
fixed
how it
those
is.
issues. Yeah,
they did. Yeah, I was out there a couple of years ago. We were water skiing on Lake Ontario. It's gorgeous. Like, it is so beautiful.
It is.
My God.
Yes, agree.
So what is it that you do out there? Like, what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm a laughter yoga teacher, and I'm a lifelong learner. So in 2020, I took a deep dive into the expression "laughter is the best medicine."
Okay.
Like, is it
clearly?
Yeah, everybody's heard that. Laughter is the best medicine, but not everybody's laughing, Michael.
We do have moments.
Right. And so if laughter is the best medicine, why don't we just laugh? And so it's true. It's scientifically proven. When we're laughing, we're secreting all the love drugs. And I incorporate tapping, brain gym, qigong, just to help people get out of stress and into joy. It's been my lifelong thing to never hit rock bottom. Why hit the bottom? Like, just go up from where you are.
Oh my God. You make it sound so easy.
Well, it is. It's a choice. We get to decide. It isn't. Well, it's simple, but not easy. It's a practice. All of these things, like, what do we want? And then we need to strive for them. And laughter is really something very simple.
It is. And you do it so effortlessly. Yes.
It's a practice. It's a practice. I mean, I'm a teacher, and now it's my life. It's really a huge part of my health plan. It's intentional laughter. So I was introduced to laughter yoga in 2012.
Okay.
10 years into my worm mission. I don't know.
We are going to get to your worm mission.
We're going to get there. Okay. When one more person said do worms in the house. And I don't even do laughter. I don't even do yoga. I know yoga's a fine thing, but it's not my mode.
Okay.
But laughter yoga, I'm like, I can jump right to the fun yoga.
Okay. Can you just take me back there for a second when you went to your very first laughter yoga thing? Like, were you like, what is happening? Or were you just like, yep, this is it?
No, it's weird. It's the weirdest thing.
Thank you. Okay.
Right. It's not jokes or comedy. It's not doing yoga and laughing. It's laughing. It's laughing as a cardiovascular exercise. There is some guidance, as the laughter leader, you guide the people through the laughter with little games. And so the yoga part of laughter yoga is the practice of it and the deep diaphragmatic breathing. So there's little games to inspire the laughter. So the first time I went, okay, so introduced in 2012 at a networking event, at a business event, the speaker did a 5-minute introduction into laughter yoga. And I was like, what is that? Interesting. That same week, I was at a networking event, hundreds of people. The very first woman I met was a laughter yoga teacher. And I was like, what? Laughter yoga is mainstream. And she was offended, I think, when I said that. I mean, if I've heard of it twice, come on. I mean,
it must be mainstream. Oh my God.
Or I'm on the edge. I don't know. Something. I'm the beacon, I guess. Anyway, so her club, she had a club that was 5 minutes from my mother-in-law's place. Walking distance. What? You can't, Toronto's a massive city.
Yeah.
Wow. So I called up my mother-in-law. She passed, but she used to say, if Cathy asked me to do something, I say yes, because it's always an adventure. Okay. So I phoned her up. I said, hey, Mary, you want to go to laughter yoga? And she said, what's that? And I said, I don't know, but I don't want to go alone. So it became our date night. The very first time we walk in and we're doing the thing. Like it's weird because it isn't jokes. You're like, there's little games. So we were looking at each other like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But we were obliging, right? We were laughing on cue. We were doing the things. There's clapping and chanting. And so we were doing the thing. And at the end of the club, we were walking back to her condo. It was like, that was really odd. That was so weird. Yeah. And then I said, I feel great. How do you feel? I feel great too. Well, and then it became our date night. It was like, this is the coolest thing.
That is so wild. What the hell?
Right? Laughing, just laughing. So when we're laughing, we're secreting all the happy hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins versus cortisol, adrenaline, epinephrine, right? The stress hormones. We're literally in charge of our own pharma.
Well, Big Pharma is not going to stand for laughing.
That's why you don't know about laughter yoga yet.
That's being suppressed by Big Pharma. Yeah. All right.
I'm here to let the people know. Thank you for letting me on.
Thank you, Cathy. Your message has been received. That is wild. Is there, okay, so if you're not where you are, where does one find laughter yoga? Until I met you, I never heard of this.
So it was started in 1995 by a medical doctor, Dr. Madan Kataria in India, and his goal is world peace. And I think that's the coolest thing. And I really believe that it was started in 95 so he could reach people. It's in over 120 countries. Like North America's a late adopter. Come on, let's face it. Yeah. Right? Like yoga's just arriving, and yoga's been around for thousands of years. It's just arriving here. Like I know it's here. So laughter yoga is still in the ocean for North America. Wow. But I believe it was started in 95 so we could be ready for 2020. Right? The world shut down. I didn't have a laughter club. When you get trained as a laughter leader, there's kind of an unwritten principle that you'll have a free laughter club, right? If we're going to have world peace, we need more clubs.
Sure.
And it's easy to do in India, right? Like you can go to the park and it's free. But if you're renting space and it's not really feasible to request people to have a free club unless they're retired. Like there's places for it. Yeah. And I said, universe, I don't want to have a free club. I do enough for free already. And so I kept getting paid gigs.
Thanks, universe.
And people would say to me, I want to come to your laughter club. And I go, I don't have a laughter club. I keep getting paid gigs. And then 2020, right? I was going into long-term care, working with special needs schools, right? Nice. And then everything shut down. And I was shut down. I was doing between 100 and 200 events a year before 2020. I was a hamster. Wow. Yikes. Yeah. Thank God I have all this energy. And I love what I was doing, right? I loved it. And then I was like, okay, my husband's really nice, but I needed more.
Could we give a shout out first name?
Rick.
Rick, you're doing great. Try to keep up.
So I started my laughter club in June of 2020. It's online. It's on Zoom. It's 30 minutes of super fun self-care. And I get around 30 little Zoom squares now. And it's a beautiful space. I can't wait for Tuesdays.
Oh, that's so
for
fun.
My free club. You know, it's just, and so I incorporate all of these wonderful modalities and a lot of laughter professionals. Yep, we're a whole gang. Come to my club to learn from me, to learn, the different modalities.
Wow.
I'm quite honored.
I had no idea. Okay. Amazing. So, oh man, I could just dive into that forever, but let me do a side step.
Okay.
And let's go back in time. I know 2012 was the thing. And here's what I know so far. 2012 is when you're introduced to the laugh yoga. There's other things that we will get to, such as your worms, which is a really important
to.
Yeah. There was some foreshadowing. And we will get to it because I'm super excited about that as well. But what is it about Cathy that is so different than maybe the rest of the people in our world? Like, you're a very unique individual. Where did that come from?
Yeah, it's an act.
All right.
It's a practice. I realized early on that I want to live my life. My stepfather died at 38. And I was only 21, and I was like, oh my God, people die young. And I loved my stepfather. I loved him so, he like a dad. He was a really wonderful man, and he had a brain tumor, and boom, he was dead. And I was like, oh, so what I learned from that was not to stay in a job. I don't know why he loved his work. I don't know wwhy I connected it to work, but I was like, man, we spend a lot of time at work. And I was a secretary for 20 years. I don't know why. And I was a great secretary, by the way, because I was a people pleaser. So it was such a great job for a people pleaser, like, get me coffee. Okay. Yeah. And now it would be like, oh, how do you want it?
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
Let me put some special stuff in there for you. Right. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So it was really great. And I loved connecting people. So it was really a wonderful thing. I was the gatekeeper. I had high level secretarial jobs, president, secretary at Oliver Watch and stuff. And I connected the union with the office. It was us and them until I came along. Then it was us.
Oh, that's cool. Right.
Then it's like, no, we all work for the same company. Like, you're doing that job. We're doing this job here in the office, but we're really one. Yeah. And that's one of my gifts, is just not really seeing titles.
Nice. Title blind.
I like that. Yes, I'm title blind. I can go up and talk to anyone and ask anyone anything. And I think that's one of my gifts. Like, what makes me different is I'm not afraid to go and look ridiculous. I'm going to ask you if I'm not sure. And I'm going to say yes. People say, oh, you should say no more often, then you'll have more time. It's like, I say yes, because then you get the coolest opportunities.
That is 100% true. Yeah. Yep.
I don't say yes to things that don't serve me anymore. I'm a recovered people pleaser.
Okay. And this is worth diving into really, really quick, is that, if it doesn't serve you, you don't have to say yes to everything, but you should say yes to the stuff that gets you going.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate?
That's it. Yes. Yeah. I say yes when someone says, I don't know if you know the Enneagram. It's a typology. There's kind of 9 personality. Mine's 7, the adventurer, if anyone listening knows.
Right? Never would have guessed it.
And so for me, all I need to know when somebody says, hey, Cathy, you want to do this thing? My question is, will it be fun? Even if it's in my mind, is that going to be fun? Okay, I'm in. That's all I need to know. Not what are we going to do? When are we going to get back? What do I wear? No. Is it going to be fun? Good. Right? Easy to say yes. My husband is a 5. He's a researcher. So what I learned when we took this course was, if I want him to do something, I got to have the data. I got to have the answers when he says, what are we going to do? Who's going to be there? What do I wear? What time are we going to be back? Do I have to eat before I go?
And on the other side of it, if he wants you to do something, it better be fun.
It better be fun. That's all I need to know.
Wild.
Right. So kind of simple, not simple. I'm a work in progress, like we all are. What makes me different is I'm a lifelong learner. So I love learning new things to enhance my life, which then I have this gift of learning things and then being able to impart it in a way that is comprehensible. You don't need to go to the 7-day seminar. Here's what you needed to know.
Right. Oh, so cool. Wow. All right. Um, what's your favorite thing to do by yourself?
I love, even though we can't multitask, I love combining my cycling with my laughter yoga. And I ride around town. I don't like riding on the streets anymore. So I'm like one of those old ladies that drives on the sidewalk with doing laughter yoga. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun because people look at me like I have two heads, right? They're like I'm weird, which is fine.
It's contagious.
It's right. Then they smile or they might laugh and mission accomplished. I'm a laughter yoga teacher. Boom, done. So I love that. And I never wear earbuds. I don't even have a cell phone. So I don't wear anything. I want to hear the birds. I want to hear if I'm going to be hit by a car. So that's what I love. I love, and what do I love doing alone? I was going to say the shock value of telling people I don't have a cell phone. That's actually, but that's not
that's
alone.
pretty shocking. That's
not alone though. That's with someone. But then I have to do CPR to bring them back to life because they stop breathing. Young people they literally deer in the headlight, like they stop breathing, and I'm like, it's okay. And they go, how do you function?
Yeah.
I have a landline. Like, just leave a message. I have a machine.
Please tell me you have like a rotary bake light.
I don't. but I know what you mean.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
Winning radio contests was really hard back then.
Okay, it's a great segue. Thank you for that. So you told me that is also your part-time job, is winning radio contests. What? Yeah,
so radio stations have contest time to get more, I was going to say viewers, listeners. And it's usually a certain time. So I have a whiteboard and I'll write down the radio station, the phone number, and then what the time that the cue to call is. And I've got them programmed as speed dial. So then cue to call, I'm ready. So I get through, I win a lot. I say win radio contests because people have to get their phone out. Then they have to do their thing, like turn it on, make sure that it's charged. I don't know, all the things. I just press like the number, junk. And so I just won tickets for Collective Soul. And it was, those guys have been touring for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And they are, what a performance. They are incredible showmen. It was maybe not the best concert, but it's up there. And I was in awe of their energy. It was stinking hot. I was like, how do they jump around in their black jeans and like their full garb?
Yeah.
With their rock and roll hair. Wow. It was amazing. So these experiences are, because I say yes. And because with intention, all of these things.
Outstanding. What's the weirdest thing you've ever won on the radio?
Okay, so one of the stations had 1 hour they had tickets to Chicago, and the next hour they had Scorpion tickets. And I didn't want. I mean, I know Scorpions. That's when I was raped, but I didn't. I'm not. That's not my style. Right. I didn't want to win Scorpion tickets, but I'm like Pavlov's dog when the cue to call sounds. I can't help myself. I'm calling. And so I got through and they're like, yeah, you went. I'm like, yeah, it's ringing. And then they answer. I'm like, oh my gosh, I won Scorpion tickets. I didn't want to go to Scorpion. So I sold them for $300.
Nice.
So it's a win.
Why not? It's a win-win. Somebody who loves the Scorpions gets to go see the Scorpions.
Exactly.
And that's a reasonable amount of money for Scorpions tickets.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like you're, what do they call it? Scalping them for, 10,000 a piece or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So that maybe it's not that random, but it was.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Chicago. We're talking about Chicago the play, right? Not Chicago the place.
No, the Chicago, the band.
Oh, Chicago the band. Oh, right. Didn't even think about Chicago the band.
Yeah, Chicago or Scorpions. 1 hour was Chicago,
Right.
1 hour was Scorpions.
Because I'm a theater nerd, I was thinking theater.
Oh, the play. Okay, yes.
Yeah. That's where my head was at. Okay. Because I know that the people who are listening are just like, Dargie, for the love of God, ask her
Get to
about
the worms. Get to the worms. Come on.
Tell me
We're waiting.
Tell me about the fact that you're a worm advocate. What is that?
Right? I know. What the heck with these titles? That's what I would say. Make your own title up, because then people go, what is that?
Yeah. Well, I like it. I mean, like laughter leader and worm advocate. I've never seen that business card, and I love that it exists.
I know, right? So yeah. I'm located just north of Toronto. And in 2002, the landfill for the Greater Toronto area closed. And we started to export our garbage to the US, although Canada is a pretty large country, like second largest in the world. Nope, we didn't have a place. Why did we do that? Oh, how much time do we have? Like, because the government doesn't have they don't have a plan. Right? Like, so it's like, oh, we had place for today's garbage. We don't have to worry about there was room in the landfill for today's garbage. We don't have to worry about it. And then it's like, oh my God, the landfill filled. What? When did that happen? When we weren't looking.
I love
right?
You, but damn it.
I know. So the landfill closed, and then right, NIMBY, nobody wants it in their backyard. So anyway, Michigan, it was, I don't know if it still is, it was the trash capital. And so a series of things. How did it happen? Michigan, they were the automotive capital. Yeah. And then Ontario even started making cars. Come on, right? Everyone makes cars. So they lost their industry. Just Detroit went bankrupt, right, some time ago. Yeah. And so I think Michigan, like, again, just like Canada, we didn't think about, oh, wow, what are we going to do? Oh my gosh, everyone's making cars. Now what? So I think they had a meeting. They're like, what can we do? Hey, why don't we be the trash capital? So Michigan has the lowest, like, how ridiculous, right? Going from the American dream, we make cars, to we're the trash capital. No.
Although I will say, for the entrepreneurial spirited, that is pretty damn smart, because you're never going to run out of trash.
You're going to have business for life.
Sadly. Yeah.
True enough. Yeah. But yeah, I mean.
But yeah, would you want to be known as that?
Yeah. Yeah. So in come the worms. Here we go, people. Here come the worms.
Here come the worms.
Oh, we're out of time. Oh, thanks for stopping by.
Cathy's Crawly Composters.
That's it. Indoor composting with worms. And it's a special worm. There are 4 types of worms that have been identified of the thousands of earthworms. Red wigglers, European night crawlers, African night crawlers, and perionyx. And again, if people are freaked out about worms, I have a psych degree. I've met a lot of people that are freaked out by worms.
Yeah.
It's the same idea as outdoor composting, except it's done inside, say, a Rubbermaid tote or some kind of a plastic bin. Uh-huh. You need carbon, nitrogen. The carbon is shredded paper, could be leaves, straw, cardboard, drink trays, that kind of material. The nitrogen is your food scraps from the kitchen. The worms eat both. There's a lid on it. They're not free range. They're not roaming around your house. Oh, thank you for getting that one. Not everyone gets that one.
I love it. Oh shit, that's great.
Right, so they're contained. They're quiet pets. They're the original alchemists. Right. They turn our garbage into black gold. Yeah. AKA nutrient-rich soil that we can grow more nutrient-rich food. Yes. In North America, we've destroyed our soil. So this worm mission is bigger than me. It's bigger than me. It's not even about me. I'm just the conduit. I was given this idea, and I have no fear of looking ridiculous, clearly, and
I don't think this is ridiculous at all. I think it's freaking genius.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not easy. Like, people go, "Oh, that's so smart." Oh, what about the worms? What do I do in the winter? It's like, no, they're indoor year round. How do you like me now? Worms in the house. Come on.
Oh, it could be like ant keyboard.
Yes.
Except it's like, get a transparent thing, and then watch them do their thing.
Then watch them.
Let's not be shy about worm life.
Right. And once we get attached, I think part of the issue is that we're so disconnected from nature, from our food.
Yes.
So the worms are such a wonderful tool for teaching.
Yeah.
So I took to in 2002. I was like, oh, this is a great idea. Several things happened. I was a social worker after my secretarial career.
Yeah.
Took me 15 years to get my psych degree. Stay in school,
Good
you'll
for
get
you.
there. I didn't care about the paper. I just love learning. Back to the learning. I love learning. And I really enjoyed going to university in the evening because it's a different demographic.
Right.
Right. It's the people paying to be there.
Yeah.
And who want to be there. Okay. So I loved it. And anyway, I graduated in 2000. I got a job at a group home working with challenged adults. Oh, I thought this was my new, like, wow, this was why I was put on earth. Like everything I do, I get fired up about everything I do.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And and I would really encourage other people to live their life in awe. Like every day I get up and I'm like, what am I going to be wowed by today? And something always does, even if it's like a bee flying into my head, like, well, that was random.
Pollen. Oh.
Yeah. So I got this job at the group home and I loved it. Oh my gosh. People with the folks I was supporting were non-judgmental. What I learned there was respect begets respect. Respect them. They respect you. Right. They may be nonverbal, but if you treat them with respect, it's energy, right? It's, so that's what I learned there. But what I learned was that I couldn't work with management because they forgot. They might have been on the front line at one time, but once they get up to the ivory tower, they've forgotten. Anyway, I had to leave there, and I ended up leaving. I came home from work. I actually got injured at work, and then I came home from work, and there was an ad in the paper, and it said, "Are you a woman? Yes. Do you have a business idea? Yes." I was thinking about this worm thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it because a teacher friend, when I bought my house in 93. So this story, stay tuned, everyone. It's like a ping pong match. Like,
buckle up. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you follow this one? Re-listen to the replay over and over.
Yeah. We love that.
Right. In 93, I moved out of Toronto, bought my house. And that year, a teacher friend asked me to look after her worm bin for the summer. And I didn't want worms in my house. Gross. But I knew the value of the worm compost. And as an avid gardener and composter, I was like, okay, I'm going to take on the challenge.
Yeah.
And so I did. And it was gross. It was horrible. Like I was a fruit fly farmer because I would just throw the food in and close the lid because I didn't want to befriend the worms. And the fruit flies, just if people are like, fruit flies, what? I first ask if people have had fruit flies, and just about everyone says yes, gross. And then I say, good. Have you ever had worms in the house? No, good. So you know that the fruit flies don't come from the worm bin. They come from the food you're putting in the worm bin. Banana peels, right? Whatever you're putting in. Okay.
Yeah.
So some management is required so that you don't get fruit flies. But I didn't know that. I just threw the stuff in. And the fruit flies are just decomposers. They don't cause any disease for humans or pets.
Sure.
They're just decomposers, right? So they're just chewing the food for the worms. The worms are like, thanks, fruit flies. Now you can fly off. And don't
symbiotic relationship. I want to do a children's book.
Oh, you should. Yes. So that summer, I mean, I was a fruit fly farmer and I did keep the worms alive. And then I was like, I'm never doing this again. They're like, no. But I did get the black gold, which is what I wanted. I dumped out the worm bin. I had big gloves on. I didn't want to touch the worms. It was awful. It took me a long time to separate the black gold from the worms. I gave back, the bin to my friend. Okay, never again. I'll just buy worm compost, right? From the many worm farms that are around. Like they're everywhere, right? Every street corner has a worm farm.
It's like some towns, one town somewhere has like the world's largest worm.
Right.
That statue, kind of like the big apples or the large peaches. Yeah. Just big.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. And then I got the job at the group home. They had 10 homes and a farm. They didn't compost. And I was like, what?
Oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was introduced in 93 so that I could be introduced. And then fast forward to 2000, I'm like, wow, oh my gosh, like they're creating all this food waste and then they're paying all that money to get rid of it. Why don't they they had a farm.
Right.
And so I talked to management and I said, why don't you compost? And they said, oh, we don't need the fertilizer because we have cows. What? What? So they weren't like, what? Okay. Because I think, and I think you would agree with this, Michael, when you're an entrepreneur and you have an idea, you have a solution.
Yeah.
That you see the solution and other people are like, why would I do that?
Sure.
It's like, why would you not? Like, look at the benefits.
Yeah. It's great.
You save money, you're making black gold. Like, so I was like, well, you don't need the fertilizer, so you could sell it or you could throw it on the grass. Like it's non-toxic.
Yeah.
Or you could just keep paying a lot of money and having your garbage shipped away.
Right. Put the money somewhere else.
Okay. So then I got injured. Then I came home from work and there was an ad in the paper. Okay. So now we're caught up again.
Okay. We're back to cut to Cathy is sitting down at her morning table. She's got a coffee.
Okay. Come home. There's an ad in the paper. Are you a woman? Do you have a business idea? Yes, yes. And it was a 6-month course to write a business plan. So I said to Rick, my husband, I'm quitting my job. I'm taking this course. I'm going to start a worm business. Won't that be fun?
And what did Rick say?
Well, we've been together. We're celebrating our 37th anniversary this year.
Congratulations, you two.
We dated for 9 prior, so we've had a history.
Damn.
Thank you for that. So when you're together in a long-term relationship, a loving long-term relationship, you really learn to say yes to people like me, because it's not worth the struggle. Otherwise, I'm not saying that he's not. I know. No,
that was a little odd.
Just because I have these great things and I have so much energy and I know I have the energy to make it happen,
right.
Whatever it is. And so there's no really stopping me is what I want to say.
Yeah.
Like so that's what happened. And it's really interesting how things happen. I really think the universe is a fascinating place and a trickster too, by the way. So I started my worm business in 2002. Yeah. The landfill had closed. We started shipping. So there was a big need. Yeah. And then in the summer of 2002, there was a garbage strike. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And that was the summer that I chose media as my marketing strategy because I was watching the news, which I don't do anymore, by the way, which is why I'm so happy. And people were lining up for hours to drop off their garbage during this garbage strike. Mm-hmm. And I was like, they don't compost. So I decided to take my worms on a road trip, and I sent press releases.
They must have loved that. They're out the window, like the dogs.
They did.
Man, if I was an invertebrate, I would love that.
Right? I mean, one second. There we go. There was a worm in my throat.
Oh, okay.
No, there was not. There was not. So I sent out press releases to the Toronto outlets. And 5 minutes after sending my press release to the Toronto Star, I get a call from a reporter. Thank you for your press release about worm composting. I wrote an article last week about composting, but forgot about the apartment dwellers. 6 million people in the Greater Toronto Area, half live in condos, townhouses, right? Space without backyard composting. Yeah. It's really designed for indoor, for condos. Okay, so he said, when you're done at the transfer station, come on down to the Star. I want to interview you. Youpee! I mean, I was like, I could just go right to the Star and just bypass that. But I'm curious, right? I have a psych degree. I'm curious about people. And that was fascinating. It was really, I think, again, back to Rick. Like I laugh, I joke now. I'm like, I had my company shirt on. He packed my lunch. He didn't really. This isn't really the story. I say, he packed my lunch. He packed my lunch. Okay, have a nice time with the union, facing the union. Be safe.
Yeah.
Right? It was not safe what I did. like 80 to 100 picketers, right? Mob mentality. You're not an individual in a mob, and you're angry. Like I'm a solution against their job.
Oh,
like
boy.
Not really. Everyone needs to compost and all that. I get it. Like I have a big ego too. I get it.
Yeah.
So I went down there, and luckily it was being this picket location was being videoed by a private investigator. And I talked to him before I approached the crowd and, asked, he said he was hired by the city in case there was any skirmishes. And I was like, oh, good. If I die, it'll be on record.
There'll be a record. Yeah.
So good. So probably I won't die.
Right. Worm life.
Okay, so I go, and the union, wow, I had no idea. I don't know why I thought they would offer me coffee and bring me donuts and stuff, but they were shouting things at me. They were really angry. And for the people lined up, I was entertainment. They were lined up for hours there. So I was entertained. It was this crazy chick, like entertaining there, taking on the union. And they were yelling at me. And I don't know where I got the bravado. I don't know that I would do it today. Yes, I would. But
that took like no time whatsoever.
I was like, that's a lie. I probably would.
Yeah.
But I would stay and get arrested. So here's what happened. They were telling me you can't be here. And I'm like, I'm on the road, and we were going back and forth. And then when they realized, I had just a couple of questions for the people in the cars. I asked them, do you compost? Why not? Would you if there was an incentive?
Right.
And there was already an incentive. City of Toronto offered composters for $25 and a worm bin for $25. You could get one or the other in the 80s. Can you imagine?
Man,
so that's
those were the days.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
when you could get a worm bin out from Toronto? What? Oh my God, sign me up.
When they realized that I wasn't going anywhere and people were talking to me, then they approached the people and they said, if you talk to this woman or you take anything from this woman, we're not going to let you drop off your garbage. Now no one's talking to me. Now I'm not fun anymore.
What?
So, and then somebody called the police. The police came, and I didn't want to be arrested. I'm really not. I don't like conflict. I really don't like conflict. I don't know how that happened. But I just left. I didn't even talk to the police. I'm like, okay, I'm gone. And I went to the Star, had my first article in the Toronto Star on July 18th, 2002. And I called up Rick. I'm like, yay, I got an article in the Toronto Star. Yoop. Like my market, right? Condos. Yeah. And he said, I'm on my way home. I just got downsized. I'm like now I'm like, couldn't he have just got downsized tomorrow so I could celebrate my article in the Star? But I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
We sell worms by the pound. We don't have repeat customers and they breed more than rabbits.
Well,
and now we have no income.
2 worms.
What's that?
When you cut them in half, you've got 2 worms.
Well, you don't have 2 live worms. You don't have 2 live worms.
Oh.
They have nerve endings, so it looks like they're both alive, but there's only organs in one end.
Oh, don't cut worms in half.
Don't cut them in half.
Don't cut
unless
them in
you're using for bait. But use a shoelace instead.
Oh my God. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. Save the worms.
Save the worms.
They're as important as bees.
They are. They're really the canary of the earth. Like they when we were kids, there was lots of worms after a rain, after a rainy day. There's less now.
That is true.
There's less now.
I noticed that myself.
Yeah. Because of all the chemicals we're putting so many chemicals. They're like frogs. They're sentient beings. They breathe through the skin. Man. Anyway, this is hopeful. This is hopeful solution.
Yeah. I love it. Wow. Where can they find, do you ship worms across Canada?
Even though we just did talk about the worms and it is the 23rd, I'm not selling worms anymore.
Oh, okay.
And that it came about because of 2020.
Yeah.
And, we in Canada, we were shut down for 2 years.
Yeah.
People are struggling around the world. And when we're in a mental crisis, it's not possible to care about anything other than how do I get out of this tunnel?
Yeah. Air mask.
And so, right. And so now that's where my focus now is helping people elevate their get them out of stress and into joy. It's really a lot of fun. And when we feel good, we do good. I want people to do good.
So let me do a little slide backwards in time.
Okay.
And so because you do this on Zoom or other digital
in-person too,
anybody presumably that's listening to this could be a part of this whole laughter thing you've got going on.
Absolutely.
Where could they find out more about that?
It's Cathy's, my web laughter page is cathysclub.com. Cathy with a
awesome.
C.
Cathy with a C. Outstanding. Okay. We'll put that in the show notes as well. Let's say that you're, it just rained where you live. And you've decided to not do your bicycle and ride through the streets laughing, but you've decided to go for a walk and count worms. So you're kicking it old school. You're walking through the rain, counting worms, and it pops into your head. Oh man, I just wish the world knew this one thing. What is the one thing that you wish the world knew?
Oh my gosh, so many things. I wish people knew that joy is our birthright. I wish people knew that joy it's our choice. We're living in this perpetual state of stress. So stress is our habit right now. And we dip into joy every now and then. We go, "Ooh, that was fun." Like we might go on holiday. We save it for the 2 weeks that we go on vacation, or Saturday, like maybe Friday night and Saturday, and then Sunday we're like, crap, it's Monday tomorrow, right? Like, so we're living this life that's so limited. And I would love for people to make joy their habit, and then just dip into stress every now and then as the balance.
Okay. That hit. That hit so hard. That's amazing. Yeah. Dip into stress every once in a while. Just
so we can go, oh, that's why I'm, yeah. This is better over here.
Kath, that's so insightful. Holy shit.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love it. There's these people in the world, and I call them rebels in waiting. And I had this feeling you've always been a rebel and maybe rarely been in waiting until like it just showed up, perhaps. What advice would you have to those people who are maybe about to embark on something new, interesting, maybe a little dangerous to them? What can you say from the other side that would be like, oh yeah, this is how you do it, or this is what I'd recommend, or this is what I've seen?
Well, a couple of things. First is ask for help. It's no for sure unless you ask, is one of my expressions.
Love that.
Yeah. If you don't ask, you already got your no. So yeah. So ask, and you never know.
Yeah.
And just a quick story about how that served me. I chose media. Somebody set me up with a morning news show, 6:00, but it was like an hour and a half drive away. So I was like, man, wow, what time do I got to leave? Holy crap, right? Yeah. To get there. Like, oh, I'm going to do it, but wow, I got to battle Toronto traffic and all of that. Someone said, oh, why don't you ask them if they have a car? And I'm like, what? Anyway, the day before the interview, the station calls and they're like, oh, we're just confirming that you're coming tomorrow morning, that you need to be here for this time. And the voice is in the head like, oh, ask them if they have a car. And I'm like, no, how can I ask them? No, you can't ask someone. What? Okay. And then I'm like, okay. So I squeak out. I'm sure I sounded like I was going through puberty. Like, you don't happen to have a car, do you, that could pick me up? And she's like, oh, let me just check. She puts me on hold, like the elevator music comes on. I'm like, oh my, holy crap. She actually went to see, like, I don't know if she actually went to check, but it seems like she's going to check. She comes back. She's like, oh, the car is available. So this limo came to Bradford, drove me to Hamilton and back.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God, this.
Yeah. Queen for a day.
Right? It's no for sure unless you ask. And the second piece is, without awareness, action is impossible. So if you've got this cool little widget that you're like, this is going to be life-changing, not if no one knows.
Right.
And I came up with that because of the worms. If I met people, they're like, oh, I lived in a condo for 20 years. I didn't know. It's like, no, without awareness, action is impossible. You're not calling me. You don't have worms if you don't know. And that's bad for business.
Right. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Oh my God. So true. So I'm a recently published author, and I'm trying to sell this book to, there's 9 million Canadian businesses that need this book.
Yeah.
And it's weird. If you don't know about it, you're never going to get it. It's never going to help you. And this is not a shameless plug for my book. It's just because it's so recent in my mind that what you just said hit so hard that you have to let people know. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit to have to let them know. You're up there at 6 o'clock in the morning doing a morning show.
That's it, right? Mm-hmm. So we got, as entrepreneurs, we can't just have the coolest thing. Yeah. We have to be able to talk about it and talk to everybody. I was on a podcast and this young woman said to me, wow, you're a hustler. And I took it as like, you know, like from the magazine or something.
Whoa. Hey-o.
You know, like a used car salesman or something. I'm not nothing against used car salesmen, right? No, and I kind of took it the wrong way, not on the show, but just kind of like, oh, no, I'm not. And then the very next day I'm at the grocery store and someone said, oh, you're happy. I reach in my pocket. I'm like, I'm a laughter teacher. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a hustler. Right. So get out of your head and don't get offended. Don't be offended by things that people say. Don't be offended.
Love it. Cathy, this has been an amazing way to spend time. Thank you so much.
Agreed. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Hey, if you're an artist, scientist, entrepreneur, or business owner who wants a smooth and proven method to find, shape, and share your story with the world, head on over to brandjitsu.com and order a copy of my book, Brand Jitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable. I've been your host, Michael Dargie, and this has been the Rebel Podcast. It's a podcast for creative rebels and entrepreneurs all over the world. And hey, if you're a rebel or you know a rebel, head on over to therebelrebelpodcast.com and fill out the guest request form. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time.